Is it supposed to be this watery? Hello everyone and welcome to a Halloween special of Cooking with Ant. And I always find it slightly difficult for this series around this time of year of finding a recipe that's a bit unusual, a bit potentially disgusting, because obviously they make Halloween recipes specifically for that, to look a bit creepy, to look a bit kind of weird and gross. And also as well, I feel like there's a lack of like vintage Halloween recipes. Don't know, maybe I weren't a huge fan of Halloween back in the day.
I hate it, I just hate it.
But one did pique my interest, and it's Halloween broomstick brownies. And you might be wondering, what is Halloween broomstick brownies? Well, this is them here. They're what looks like regular brownies, chocolate brownies, with some suspicious orange juice on the top. Yum. So we'll see what these are like. I'm not a particularly great baker. I think this is a well-established thing by now, that I'm not good at baking things. Just can't seem to do it. Even when I follow the recipe and everything, it just doesn't work out. So these could be disgusting and vile, even when they're not meant to be, because I've made them wrong. Okay, so for the first step of this recipe, you're going to need a pan, and I need to grease this up apparently. Also, it's going to need butter / margarine for this. I bought this stuff, and it's called stock, and I don't really know what it is. It says that it's the secret to light and fluffy cakes, and beautiful brownies, and many delicious bakes. So I'm assuming this is going to be good for what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's false advertising, isn't it? But it doesn't actually say what it is. Is it butter? Is it margarine? I have no idea. This could just be anything. But it was in the butter aisle, so I'm assuming it's supposed to be good. I think it might be margarine, you know. I don't know why they don't just call it margarine. Let's just have a try, see what it tastes like. Doesn't really taste like anything, to be fair. Right, I'm just going to grease my pan first because I will forget. Also, I don't think I've ever made brownies before. I know they're supposed to be a very easy thing to make, so hopefully this goes okay. But I struggle with cakes and cookies and literally anything that requires flour, basically, is something I struggle to make. And anything that requires like a cup or like a measurement of any kind, I'm the kind of person who just likes to wing it. I am going to be following every single instruction just so I don't get anything wrong. I think the last Halloween thing we did, the last Halloween recipe, we made a cake, didn't we? There's not even any cake there. That's the pan. So it's basically the size of the pan. And for some reason it tasted salty. Did I put salt in it instead of sugar? I think that was last year. It was the year before. It wasn't meant to taste salty. I don't know where the salt even came from. Chocolate and butter in a dish. Right, melt it down. Unfortunately, that does mean I'm going to be introducing more heat to the studio. And yes, it's another very, very hot day. Like I said, I record in advance, so it's still summer at the time of recording this, and I'm just really sick of the heat now.
When does it stop burning?
I was at work, not yesterday or the day before, and I've never been so hot in my entire life. I literally just wanted to, well, I don't know what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to exist anymore. Right, so we're going to be melting down 3/4 cup of butter or margarine and 4 squares of chocolate. That's not a lot of chocolate, is it? Tight. The thing is as well, like obviously we've got measurements and stuff. Grandmas and like mums and stuff back in the day, they didn't measure shit out, did they? They just like eyeballed it and it went fine. And sometimes you would get a batch that just tasted a little bit different. I think that's about right. It's a lot of butter, isn't it? And it also wants 4 squares of cooking chocolate in here. It didn't specify what kind of chocolate, but I thought dark chocolate would be quite nice, and I do like dark chocolate. However, 4 squares. These are chocolate brownies. How big's a square? Like, look how big a square is. 4 squares of that? I don't think so. No. I'm gonna triple it. I know I said I was gonna do everything by the book, but
Shove it up your ass.
I want these to actually taste like chocolate.
Okay.
So far this is going very, very well. I did promise people at work I was going to bring brownies to them on Monday when I'm back at work, so this needs to go well. I have to be on my A game. Also, not to bring the mood down or anything like that, but I just kind of wanted to get it off my chest a little bit. At the time of recording, a week ago, I unfortunately lost Kane, and I did want to say thank you very much to everyone who gave me your well wishes, etc, etc. I don't really want to talk about it too much because it's still quite raw. It's only been like a week, and it wasn't an unexpected thing either. I kind of felt like it was going to eventually happen, but it's just been a bit of a shit time. Obviously, time's a great healer, and a week's passed, and I'm feeling just a little bit better. Sometimes it'll catch you, you know, when it catches you at the pit of your stomach and it like rises up. and like it really gets you. But at the minute I'm just kind of, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I'm getting there. That's the problem with having dogs and pets and stuff. You're pretty sure you're going to outlast them, don't you? So, but we're not going to talk about it too much because I'll cry, and I've cried so much. I've cried so many tears, it's unreal. But I did just want to say thank you very much to everyone who gave me your well wishes. Right, that's pretty much melted down. It did say to do this in the microwave, but I've done it on the hob because I think that's more professional. Stir until chocolate's melted. Right, and now it wants 2 cups of sugar. These are going to be very, very sweet brownies, aren't they? And a second cup. I feel like so far I'm doing everything right. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Mixing eggs. It wants 4 eggs. In fact, I don't think I'm supposed to have this on the heat. I think I should transfer this to like a cool bowl. Is it really hot or not? Yes, it is. I'm wondering whether it needs to go in a cool bowl. Because do the eggs cook? Because I need to put eggs in this now. I don't want scrambled eggs. The instructions are very vague. I think it'll be alright.
Come in.
1, please don't scramble. Oh, there's a bit of eggshell. Don't want eggshell in there. I'm sure they say it's extra protein though, don't they? So. And a 4th one. I also have no idea whether this is the right thing to do to like make brownies. I don't know what the correct steps are. I have no idea. So if any of this looks wrong, don't blame me, I'm just following the instructions. And then it wants a cup of flour blended in, and I think blend means you use one of these, doesn't it? I just went for plain white flour, and also obviously it's gluten-free. It didn't say self-raising flour, and I don't know whether you're supposed to use self-raising flour for brownies. You do with cakes, don't you? I don't know. I'm pretty sure if it wanted self-raising flour, it would have told us to buy it, wouldn't it? And I'm gonna sieve it because I remember doing like cookery in school, in secondary school. You sieve it in order to get like the air in and stuff. See, I do know some things, just don't know a lot. Oh, these brownies are gonna be so airy and delicious. They better be. And now we blend. I tell you what, I feel like I should transfer this into a bowl and blend it, shouldn't I? I shouldn't really be doing this in a pan. I know it's a bit late because I've literally done pretty much 90% of it, but still. I'll finish the rest in a bowl, I think. Okay, I think that's good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taste test this to make sure it's not salty, because for some reason it happens to us. And I know people will be terrified because there's raw eggs in it and stuff, but it's fine. It's not gonna kill you. Well, I don't know whether it would kill you or not. I'm not sure. Never ever take my advice on anything, quite frankly. Yeah, that's good. It's a bit bitty. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit like poof. You know, like chalky, but it doesn't taste salty. It actually tastes sweet and pleasant, and that makes me very happy. I'm so happy it's not salty. I'm hoping that like powdery poofiness will like disappear when it bakes. I'm assuming it does. I've mixed it enough, so now I need to spread it in my pan. It says spread it in my pan. It's very liquidy. I don't think I can really spread it. Is it supposed to be this watery? Oh my god, look at me making brownies. Oh my god, I'm gonna make someone such a good housewife, aren't I? Okay, so I think that's all at once, and now I need to bake it in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes at 350 or 325 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that? I usually just put everything in the oven at about 180 to 200. 350 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yeah, 180. So 180 for about half an hour. Okay, I'll pop it in the oven and I'll come back later, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this doesn't look like utter shit. Okay, so my brownies are finally out of the oven, and I'm not gonna lie, they took a lot longer to cook than I thought they were going to.
Here we go.
And also I feel like I might have burnt them a little bit. Like, this is what it looks like. It looks a bit overdone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think it looks a bit dark?
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll just be a bit crispy on the top, okay? It'll be fine. Now what we need to do, and this apparently needs to be very quick, I need to poke holes in this the entire way around, because you want the orange stuff, apparently, to like leak into the brownies, and then you're gonna have the orange stuff on top. I think that's what they're wanting anyway. So I've just got an old paintbrush here. It's clean, don't worry.
Lie.
And I'm just gonna poke some holes just randomly in the brownie thing. Yeah, towards the ends, I can definitely tell the brownie's burnt. It's weird because I feel like the texture of this should be consistent, and it should feel exactly the same all the way around when I'm poking holes. It doesn't. Some of it feels a lot more spongy, others feel a bit more firm, and some even feels a bit sloppy. So that's nice, isn't it? And I don't think it wanted this to cool down or anything. I think you want to do it while it's still quite hot. Oh, that was my door slamming. Apologies. I've got all the windows open yet again. Yep, some of that's definitely raw and some of it's burnt. But are we surprised at this point by my skills, my cooking skills, no.
Get out!
Right, so we've got a plethora of holes. Ooh, what a word, plethora. Got a plethora of holes in the brownie surface. And then you might be wondering, what is this magic weird orange mixture that goes on the top? So it's this stuff, it's Jello vanilla pudding. Instant pudding and pie filling. And in the UK, this isn't really a thing. I don't fully understand what an instant pudding and pie filling is. I feel like it might be similar to a custard, but we do know it's vanilla flavoured. And apparently how you prepare this, again, you have to be quite quick. You just put this in a bowl. This'll just be a powder, and it says it wants 2 of these. I feel like this might be incredibly sweet. And then we're gonna add milk to this, cold milk apparently. And that's all you really do. And you just wanna mix it up. And in order to get this orange, we're obviously gonna add some red and yellow food colouring. I wonder why it wants orange for and not like green or something. I think green would have been better for Halloween, but I'll do as I'm told.
Makes a change.
And apparently with this pudding stuff, it actually thickens up, but you don't want it to thicken because you want it to go down the holes of the actual brownie mixture, just half. I feel like it's already really thick. I don't think that's gone down the holes. It firms up really, really quick. I think I was far too late with that. And leave the remaining to stand and thicken. It hasn't gone down the holes, I know it hasn't. I should have done that when it was literal, like, water, but I was talking too much. And then once this is thickened, which it has done, swirl it over the top. Don't really know what it means by swirl. Oh, there's still some powder in it. Oops. Maybe it's like just do what you want to do. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's Halloween, so it should be a bit messy. Oh, I think I've done an alright job of that. I do think there's going to be some suspicious little pockets of like flour and things that haven't mixed properly. I don't feel like I've done a very thorough job of mixing the actual things. But now I need to pop this in the fridge before I can eat it. So it needs an hour to refrigerate, and then we'll dish it up and see what it's like. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let's just try this pudding mix, see what this is like. Oh, it's good that.
Yeah, spank me.
Oh, guys. Oh, that's my kind of thing. It's basically like custard, but like a thick custard. That's what it tastes like. It's delicious. Usually, I slag off American food and like American inventions and stuff. Your instant pudding and pie filling. It's to die for. So it's finally time to taste test. Honestly, that's the thing that like pisses me off about baking and cooking and stuff. It just takes so long, doesn't it? I know I'm a very impatient person, but like, this has gone on for hours for like, literally just this. This better be amazing, mind. But the moment of truth, did we get any of the kind of slithers of this pudding into the actual brownie? I'll go down that way. I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard towards the edges, but that's alright. The thing is, this doesn't look particularly Halloween-y. It just looks like a regular kind of brownie. But I suppose there's nothing stopping you from adding some like little pumpkin decorations or some little ghosty things on the top if you were gonna make something like this. Okay, let's try and get one out. Oh, these have well stuck to the tray. How'd you get them out? I feel like I should have maybe put foil or just something in so I could have lifted them out. I don't think this was a great idea. Why does nothing I make, cooking wise, ever look nice? I always make an ass of it, don't I?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Ta-da! So if you were coming around mine this year for Halloween and you were gonna have a Halloween broomstick brownie, this is what you would be greeted with. And unfortunately, it's rather messy. I didn't get the kind of pudding into the brownie holes. I think even if I did, to be fair, the way I've kind of demolished this, getting it out of the actual pan, you wouldn't have really got the effect anyway. But I don't know, I think it looks okay. It just looks messy. And honestly, it looks a little bit dry. This isn't the kind of brownie that you're just able to pick up and eat. It's too messy, so I've got a fork. But anyway, let's see what it's like. Are you gonna be dry? Are you gonna be moist? Cheers, everyone. Okay, it's not overly sweet. I thought it was going to be ridiculously sweet. It's very gooey, almost to the point where I can't tell if it's a bit raw. I don't think it is. I just think it's very moist, but it's got like a very dry and crispy outer side. But then when you get on the inside of it, it's not too bad at all. For me personally, if I'm having a brownie, I like it to be a bit chewy. This has zero chew at all. It's almost more like just a little cake bar. It's pleasant though. There's definitely burnt bits. I'm not going to even lie, there's 100% burnt bits on this. But see, that bite I had, it was a bit chewy. It's very strange. Every mouthful is different. It's definitely not offensive and it doesn't taste salty. So I feel like I'm improving.
Finally.
Is it the best brownie I've ever had in my life? No. Is that my fault? I have no idea. I think guests at a Halloween party, they wouldn't be upset by this, especially if they were getting it for free. I think if you went to a cafe and bought something like this, you'd be really disappointed. You'd want your money back. But Halloween broomstick brownies, not bad at all. I think I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think if you were good at baking at home, you could get these to a 10 out of 10. I'm quite pleased, pleasantly surprised actually, that I've managed to get something edible today, because I know what I'm like. Anyway, I think that just about does it for today's Halloween special of Cooking with Ant. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I shall see you next week for some more Halloween-y content. I hope it's a little bit cooler next week, I swear down. The problem is, by the time this video goes up, I'm imagining it'll be quite cold and I'll be wishing it was summer again. I think for next year, you know, I might get myself like a portable, proper air conditioning thing, just so when I'm recording videos, I can actually be somewhat comfortable. I've recorded so many videos lately where I've been just so chewed and bothered. I dread to think how many E numbers are in this because I've added loads of food colouring, and I'm pretty sure food colouring's all E numbers, isn't it? Oh no, it's all like natural ingredients. Oh well, oh that's not too bad then. I won't be clinging to the ceiling later, so all is good.